Howdy folks, I'm Scoryth, the Crimson Renegade, and in this video I wanted to talk about something that I haven't talked about before on my channel. And that is the upcoming E3 for 2019. I'm always excited every year to see what E3 has, but this year I'm actually looking forward to some specific things that I'm hoping to see. Obviously, there's going to be some stuff that I haven't heard of. It's going to be some new games are going to be releasing and things of that sort, which those are what I'm always excited for. But there's some stuff that I'm looking for specifically about games that I know already exist. I'm hoping for some information on those. As of this recording, this is near the end of May, so it's just a few weeks away. To start off with, I'm looking for some information from Bungie specifically. Obviously, I'm going to be talking about Destiny 2 here. Well, okay, I'm going to say I'm with the Destiny series. I want some more information on the Destiny series. In Destiny 1, when their big release was the Taken King. It was their huge update where they fixed a lot of bugs that Destiny 1 had and brought in a lot of new systems that made Destiny 1 a really awesome game. And then their last expansion for Destiny 1 was Rise of Iron. While not as big as Taken King, granted, it still was a pretty large update. What I remember about Rise of Iron is that they released information about Rise of Iron at least, pretty sure it was like 4 to 5 months, maybe even 6 months prior to Rise of Iron's release. Now, moving forward a year to Destiny 2, we've already had our Taken King level expansion to Destiny 2, and that was Forsaken. Forsaken did almost the exact same thing that Taken King did in Destiny 1. It fixed a lot of issues that Destiny 2 had and brought in some new systems that made Destiny 2 a lot better. Again, this is May going into June. I'm hoping to get some information about their next update, their next expansion to Destiny 2, because as of this point, I've heard very little from Bungie about Destiny 2. Right now, we're still in the middle of the Season of the Drifter. Or actually, we're not in the middle of it. We're nearing the end of Season of the Drifter. I believe on June 5th, the Season of Opulence begins, which is their third, I don't know what it's their third part of their annual pass that they released. Now, again, I use the word expansion in those things very lightly because all they really did was they added some new content, some new quests, weapons, armors to go after, stuff like that. But nothing storyline. Well, okay, say nothing. A little bit, not a whole lot of storyline, not a whole lot of lore. There is no campaign to any of those expansions. There's no storyline campaign to follow, like the Forsaken storyline. I'm wanting to see what the next story is going to be, an actual campaign story, and I've heard nothing from Bungie about that at all. And we're their annual release is always in September. And this is May, so we're getting rather close to it. If they've said something that I don't know about, please feel free to correct me, and I'll apologize. So I'm hoping that they do something about that in E3. They'll show something. That's what I'm hoping for. Either some information about the expansion, the I guess you can say the second expansion, I guess is what it would be, to Destiny 2, or, as much as I hate to say it, Destiny 3. Honestly, I don't want there to be another Destiny game. I want there to be continued expansions on Destiny 2. As I'm pretty sure they're probably going to follow the same order they did in Destiny 1. They released the base game. 1 year later, they released a large expansion. 1 year after that, they released a semi-large expansion. And then the next year is a new game. That's probably the road they're going to follow. So, as much as I don't want to see a Destiny 3, I'm pretty sure it's coming. With that out of the way, let's go to the next one. The next game I want to see some information on, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to is going to be Square Enix and Final Fantasy VII Remake. So, I say this jokingly. I still say Final Fantasy VII Remake is just one big troll job by Square Enix. But I mean, it's obviously going to be a real game. Now, when they released back in May, earlier in May, they released Square Enix did some gameplay video of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I was impressed by what I saw. But at the end of the video, it said more to come in June. That's where they're going to release the information. E3, I bet, is when they're going to release that stuff. That's what I'm betting. The next thing I want to get to is we had a season pass, or there was like a first season of releases for Final Fantasy 15 DLC releases that included episodes Gladio, Prompto, Ignis, and I believe the multiplayer Comrades came with it. It was all like a season pass or season 1 of DLC. Well, they intended to release a season 2 of DLC that included episode Arden, episode Aranea, and episode Lunafreya, and I believe even an episode of Noctis as well, I think. Last I heard, when the director of those DLCs left Square Enix, they finished development on episode Arden, but canceled the rest of the DLCs. Well, rather recently I heard a possible rumor that they didn't cancel those DLCs, they're still trying to develop them. I'm hoping that maybe, cross my fingers, this is a real stretch, that Square Enix will release some information regarding those DLCs. Like they're saying, okay, they're not canceled, they're still coming, whatever, say something. I hope they actually give some positive information about the rest of what they intended to do for the second season of Final Fantasy 15 DLC. Still along the Square Enix line, I heard that there was supposed to be some DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3. Now this is going to be really new to me because the previous Kingdom Hearts games didn't have any DLC. They were made in the time when, for the most part, DLC didn't exist. So seeing Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC is going to be interesting, to say the least. And I'm hoping they announce and show some information about some kind of DLC. I can't even imagine what the DLC would be about, unless it's like an expansion story, or like maybe it's it shows what happened when Sora left the Keyblade Graveyard to go get Kairi, and what happened to him, why he didn't come back with Kairi to the Destiny Islands. Okay, moving on from Square Enix, the next thing I want to see, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see something because they just recently released some information about it, as well as a release date, Borderlands 3. Woo, I'm excited. Oh, man. Borderlands 3 has actually had a release date. Its release date is September. Right around September, I want to say September 15th, I think is what they said the date was. I forget what it is, but it's like early, mid-September, something like that. I'm really excited for that. I'm really glad to see they're coming out with another expansion to another Borderlands game, because the first two games I've already played, and of course are awesome. I haven't played pre-sequel yet, and I haven't played Tales of the Borderlands yet, but that's a completely different game, which that brings up my next step there. I know at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, I had said that I was never going to do a back-to-back series like that again. It became kind of tedious after playing a couple of the games, and I got tired of the Kingdom Hearts series rather quickly, and I promised I would never do that again. But since there's only 4 of them, I don't feel that it's going to be as big of a burden on me as Kingdom Hearts was. So I'm thinking about maybe just kind of pushing back that rule just a little bit and making an exception just for Borderlands and playing all the Borderlands games back to back to back. But hopefully, getting back to the E3 part of this, I'm hoping for just a little bit more information on Borderlands 3, maybe some loose, rough details on the classes of Borderlands, of what's coming in the character classes for Borderlands 3, just so I can kind of get a look at them and go, that one doesn't look like me, no, that one doesn't fit me, that one possibly could be, just so I can kind of get a pre look at the classes coming up. The next thing I'd like to see is some more information on the next Halo game. The last I heard, the next Halo title is supposed to be something called Halo Infinite. But that is really all I know about it. It's just the title Halo Infinite. So I'd like to see some more information on the next Halo game. One really big title that I'm really interested in getting some more information on is Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal is going to be the next title that is another title I want to see out of E3. So that's pretty much it for my look forward at E3. I know this was a pretty long video, and I kind of probably rambled here and there a little bit. And this is the first time I've ever made a video like this regarding E3. But just those titles that I mentioned, I'm really interested to see if they show anything at E3. I'd really like to see that and see what they show. Maybe after E3 releases, if they do actually mention anything on my list here, maybe I'll do another video and give my opinion on what they released regarding that information. So that'll be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you for coming along with me. And what are you guys looking forward to at E3? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinions as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the links at the end of this video for more of my stuff. And thank you so much for watching. This has been a look forward at E3 2019. I'm Scoryth, the Crimson Renegade. Thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you later.